Ladies and gentlemen, another Facebook Live on this lovely Thursday. Okay, we are here today with the manager of our Summerlin office. Hold on, I had a mind fade there. Sorry, Kristin. Kristin Makhathini, welcome to the show. I live in Summerlin too. I couldn't think of the word. I'm like, okay, where am I? You know what it is?
It's all good.
I'm actually still crazy excited about the news that came out yesterday that the Oakland A's are picking out a piece of real estate not too far off the strip and they're moving here. That's pretty awesome, isn't it?
It is truly awesome. Yeah, just the expansion and growth of our sporting events and venues just continues to expand. It's amazing.
We are a real city now, aren't we, Kristin?
We are. Yes, we're official.
All right. Well, tell us a little about yourself, how long you've been doing this, all that good stuff, please.
Sure. Yeah, I have been in real estate since 2005. Got my license here in Las Vegas shortly after I moved here. I grew up in Seattle, so went to college in Seattle and whatnot. And yeah, but feel basically like a veteran or a native now that I've been here since 2004 in Vegas.
Yeah.
And yeah, have done some other fun things along the way, but I absolutely love real estate, love helping other people reach their real estate goals, love supporting my agents and helping my own clients and all of it.
That is so awesome. And, I feel like a native, and I've only been here since 2010. So,
I got to be.
yeah, I love it here. When I first moved here, I lived at Panorama, and I used to look out the window and go, "Oh, look at the fake city," because it was only just, it was wonderful, but it was just casinos. But now, even 10, 12 years later, this is, we have, like you said, sports going on. We have real industry moving here. It's a great place to live, work, and be with the tax situation, the cost of living, all that good stuff. It really is, isn't it?
It really is. It absolutely is. I have so many people that I'm currently helping over the past few years, especially relocating from Hawaii, from California. And it's like the secret is out. Like people are talking to their friends, to their neighbors about how much they're loving living here. So yeah, it is the place to be.
That is awesome. And I think let's just tell them a little bit about what you did before real estate, which I think is really interesting. Tell them a little about that too.
So before real estate, I did several things. I worked during college. I worked in banking for a little bit, which is maybe the least exciting thing you're referring to. I was also
Unless it
I
went
was
under
a
and you were, in there when feds came and took over or it was robbed. Other than that, no, basically pretty lame.
right, right. Didn't happen often. I was a professional dancer, so I grew up dancing ballet, tap, jazz, trained, and decided that after college I wanted to travel and dance. So I actually took a job dancing on a cruise ship and traveled around the world and danced and performed and yeah, did that for a long time. Did a lot of management along the way in the entertainment venues that I worked with, which then led me here to Vegas. And once I got into real estate, I also shortly after got involved in another management opportunity in entertainment. So I was ended up as the general manager for Chippendales, the show on the Strip for about 14 years, kind of while I was building and growing my real estate career.
Wow. That's awesome. All right,
So
cool.
yeah,
Cool. That's exciting. So that, your people skills and do. I mean, look at if you can dance in front of people and entertain. Real estate's a breeze talking to people because that's got to make you nervous or excited or both.
yeah, I don't love I love performing, but it's not like public speaking. Public speaking is a whole different, very nerve-wracking thing for me. But I really have no trouble performing in front of people. But I think that's where the high level management of performers and that element of my background is comes in very handy in the broker role as far as dealing with agents and helping agents with their own clients and just trying to help negotiate and manage situations right in the course of a transaction. So This is kind of perfect for me, like the marriage of my entertainment and management experience combined with my love for real estate and my real estate sales and management all kind of have brought me to where I am now. So I'm loving it.
That's love it. I love it. It's funny you say public speaking because Jerry Seinfeld has the best line. He says, "What 80% of the planet would rather die than have to public speak." So when you speak at a funeral, okay, most people speaking at the funeral would rather be in the casket than actually doing the eulogy. I think that's hilarious. All right. So and rumor has it that that background of yours has now segued into a new endeavor as well as being the manager of the Summerlin office. Tell us a little about that. That sounds exciting.
So yeah, you're right. So
Might as well get it out there, Kristin.
So people have asked me along the way, do you still dance? And my answer is no. I just dance in the kitchen, like with my husband or whatever, because he was a professional dancer as well. But a few months ago, our daughter sent me a text that was an Instagram post from the Las Vegas Aces WNBA team that they were holding auditions for their senior dance team, which I have to say it's 50 and older, women that are 50 and older. They were having auditions. So I didn't even know that was a thing. So I thought she was punking me. And I said, "Are you joking?" And she said, "No, Mom, you have to go." So I went to the tryout, and there was about 200 women that tried out for the Las Vegas Aces high roller dance team, and I made it. So
rumor has it that new minority owner Tom Brady was there. Is that true?
He was not at the tryout.
Oh, sure, okay.
He will be around, I've been told.
All right, cool. No, that's great. All right, awesome. Yeah, well, congratulations. That's great. Like I used to play in a band for years. I still do a little recording, and every now and then I break it out. Like the last time I played was for the Women's Council of Realtors. It was actually about a year ago. I did a 1-hour set at South Coast. So I know it's fun. It's fun to do something that you used to do before. Like, dancing is something you don't just, it's a job, but it's also something you love, right?
Yep, absolutely. It's pretty cool to pick up a former passion of mine that I haven't really done since like 2003 and like try to jump right back into doing hip hop at age 51. It's been, there's been some ibuprofen involved. But I'm having a blast, and we're actually really good, so it's going to be fun.
Right. So all the other women, how many people on your squad there of over 50?
Everyone.
No, I know that, but how many is that? 10? Is there 20 of you? How many passed?
Oh, there are 21 of us on the dance team.
Wow, 21. Oh, I already asked it. That's right, 21. And do they have a couple alternates? I know because in case of injury.
We do. We actually have 4 alternates as well. Yeah. So yeah, in the event that someone twists an ankle or whatnot, goes into cardiac arrest. Hopefully not. Yeah.
Isn't that funny? They call you the senior team and you're over 50. I mean, look, I'm 58. I'm not old, and I know you're not old. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's actually a really, really cool thing.
Awesome.
People, dance teams are all younger women, but this one's pretty unique, and we still got it. So
we still got it. Even Paul's clapping for you back there. Yeah, you still got it. That's for sure. Okay, so let's get into your lovely office now. Tell us a little bit about what's going on over there. I know we have a little change in the market, right? You've been here now for a little while, so you're getting organized there, working with Janice, who's awesome. And tell us a little about what's going on there.
Oh my gosh, we're having so much fun. It's been awesome getting to know our agents, our team leaders, our team associates, our individual agents. There's so many people at different stages of their real estate careers in our office. So it's just really, really cool to get to know everybody. There's some powerhouse professionals in my office, and it's awesome to see them succeeding. People are busy, they're running around like, oh my gosh, the market's back. Like there's a lot of activity going on right now. People are really busy. So it's really exciting to see that. We're implementing some cool new stuff. We're bringing in some lunch and learns, some opportunities for some educators and vendors and partners to come in and spend some more time with our agents and really kind of get more in depth on different topics. throughout the weeks. We're doing some volunteering. We're actually doing an event tomorrow. We're going out to St. Jude's Ranch for children in Boulder City and spending a few hours out there. We're going to take a tour of their campus, learn about their mission and their purpose and the children that they serve. They work with the children from toddlers or babies actually to 18 that have found themselves to be homeless or victims of abuse or neglect. They actually house the children out there. So we're going to do some volunteer work out there, and then we have lunch. We have Woodside Homes is sponsoring a lunch for us as soon as when we're done with our volunteering. So that's going to be a really, really great opportunity for us to get together, get to know each other, and just really kind of, be out in the community giving back. So there's going to be more of that kind of thing going on. I really am a firm believer of community and connecting and serving. And we can do that together because we just have the ability to do so much more for people.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are just some of the things we're doing.
Yeah. And then as you can see, I have this on today because every one of the managers is getting one of these too, the Sunshine Kids. We are no longer going to be outside the top 10 of companies within inside Berkshire Hathaway. We're going to turn it up and do what we can do to help the Sunshine Kids, which is also a great, charitable organization. I mean, they're at the convention. I mean, weren't those kids great this year?
Yeah, they were fantastic. Yeah, it's we're going to collectively as a company be working on some of those goals, and I've actually we're talking about trying to figure out if there's some opportunity for us to engage with them on a local level personally and do some more hands-on volunteering with them. So stay tuned, everyone, for more info on that coming soon. But that'll be a really great opportunity to further engage and support.
Yeah, I want to help out with that too. That's a great. It's such a great point. Okay, that we're in such a great business where we're able to do that, and it's such a worthy cause.
Absolutely agree.
All right, cool. So you have people running around there. You've got some top producers, some beginners, some medium producers. You got everything going on there. You got a market right now with really tight inventory. I mean, think about it. Even with the interest rates being what they are, which they'll change eventually. The Fed, won't be. I don't even want to know what to call what they're on right now, but it's not good with the base rate. Once that starts scaling back a little bit, a lot of these people off the sidelines are going to jump in there. But even right now, it's still cranking, isn't it?
It is. We're down to we at our weekly sales meetings. Actually, we're doing ours every other week now, but we look at the stats and we review them and we watch the change. A couple times a month, and the inventory was 3 months inventory. January. Now we're down just under 2.5 months of inventory. So sometimes the media does us a disservice. Our market here being hyper local, we know what's going on. We are the experts, and we are seeing it is a very, very strong market. The inventory levels still declining. It's a great time to buy or sell.
It really is. It's a great time to buy. And I haven't been at your meeting in a while, so if you want me to come in and do something in the near future, I'd be happy to do that.
Yeah, I would love that. That'd be great.
And you're being kind about the media. They very rarely are helpful. They're crazy. If you look at actual numbers versus what they say, I don't know what they're thinking, but it's gotten worse and worse and worse. But I agree with you. The market's cranking. We have a great city to talk about. We have a great thing going on real estate wise here. Plus, when you're coming from where people are coming from, California, where you came from, Washington, the cost of living, the tax situation, Mark Wahlberg, have you seen those videos that he's doing? He loves Vegas.
Yep.
He wants to turn Vegas into the new Hollywood. Hey, I'm going to tell you something. He has my vote.
I was just out at Nevada State College last week. I'm part of the Henderson Chamber of Commerce leadership class for this year. So we get to know business leaders from around the community, and we go and tour different places. We were out there. They have 520 acres out at Nevada State College, and Mark Wahlberg's going to be coming and building a film studio out there. And like you said, he wants to turn it into Hollywood 2.0 and create over 10,000 jobs in that industry. So that's super, super exciting.
Yeah, baseball. And you know what's around the corner? If we have baseball, now we're going to have baseball. We already have a women's basketball team. We have football. We have the Knights, obviously. We have the Raiders. And then the Aces, very shortly, the next thing for us, the A's are coming, and then we'll have a basketball team, too. Hopefully an expansion team, or whatever. It doesn't matter as long as we. And then, and then you have Mark Wahlberg. I mean, we have so many people moving in industry here, jobs. So it's really a great place, and the cost of living is incredible. And you're seeing a lot of people. Some of the new taxes they're trying to implement in California. A lot of people that are going to be moving out of that state already are, and coming here because it's such a great place to live for sure.
Yep. Totally agree.
Agreed, right? I know you're on page. You live here, so do I. So we already bought that. We're here, and it's only gotten better since we've been here. So, all right. So you see successful agents. You've been a successful agent yourself. Now you're a manager and so forth. Give me some things, like maybe your top 3 things that you would tell agents. These are the things you really need to be focused on in order to maximize this thing called real estate.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the first thing I'd want to share is whether you're a new agent or an experienced agent, do not be afraid to ask questions. That's my biggest thing that I'm learning. I see a lot of agents coming into situations that they've never encountered before and they're not sure what to do. Some of them are afraid to ask because they think they should know it, right? So I encourage all of my agents, there are no dumb questions. There are scenarios that I encounter still, after 18 years in this, that I'm like, that's an interesting one. Let's work through this together. There are no dumb questions. It's better to ask. Call me, email me, text me. Let's talk through it. Let's brainstorm a way to get to the right answer. It's so much better to do that and include your broker and your manager in those conversations than being on your own, not knowing what to do, right? That's where people get into trouble. So my number one thing is I am totally open, available. I will never make anyone feel like they're asking a dumb question because I still ask questions, but that's how we learn, right? So that's my big thing. Always ask, bring me into the conversation and let me help you work through it. So that's my number one thing. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
You're preaching to the choir. I love that. That's one of my favorite things too. Plus, how can you know? First off, ask questions in what you're doing as an agent. Ask the seller questions. Ask the buyer questions. Your job is to ask a lot. You should have what I call, and you took my success series recently. Remember what I call it? I call it intense curiosity.
Yep. Absolutely. And I just think even behind the scenes, if you're not sure how to handle a scenario with your buyer or seller, come to me. We'll talk through it. We can strategize. You can practice, and then you're better equipped to handle that situation. And the next time you get into that same thing, you're like, oh, I've done this before, right?
Right.
So that's my first thing.
Love it.
I think also identifying your own individual strengths and weaknesses is key. Getting into this business, it's really easy to be overwhelmed, right? There's just a lot to learn. There's a lot to know. And the really successful agents get help. They ask for help and they figure out what they're good at. And then they fill in the gaps on the things that they need help with, right? They come to people like you. They do your coaching. They come to their manager. They get a transaction coordinator on board if they need help with the volume of paperwork. Like, figure out what you as an individual person are really good at and enjoy about this business, and then outsource some of the other things that you might not be good at. People who try to do it all themselves, we're human, right? We can only do so much. So I think people who are willing to set up some systems and get some key people to help them with things are the people that are going to have longevity and success over time as they build and grow.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
So that would be my second thing.
Yep.
I guess the last thing I would say is, in all of it, just work to maintain balance in your life. Sometimes, clients can run us around in circles because it's a huge thing for them. They're buying their first house, or they're selling and they're not sure. And, they're up all hours of the day and they're texting you and they're calling you. And it can feel overwhelming if you're dealing with multiple clients at once, because you can be at their beck and call, but sometimes that can be a detriment to your own sense of balance and productivity. So really work in your own life to maintain balance, whatever that looks like for you. You are in control of your day, of your schedule. If you need to be, done answering the phone at 6 o'clock, let them know, communicate that to them. And I think if you kind of set those parameters for yourself in your business early on, people will respect that, and you will be healthier, happier, and then able to better serve your clients in your business. So just trying to keep balance, whatever that looks like for each individual.
Balance and expectations too. Set expectations with your sellers. I love that you say that. because I used to say that with my sellers. Like when I was on a listing appointment, I would say, let's say it was an hour. If you notice, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I haven't answered my phone. So when you're looking for me, if I'm with somebody else, I'm going to give them the same respect, okay? And I have a family. At 6:30, I shut my phone off. I'd probably say 7 today. At 7 o'clock, I shut my phone off. So if you're looking at me and you leave me a message at 7:05, I will return it first thing in the morning. Okay? Now, when you don't do that, that's when where is she? Why isn't he calling me back? What's going on, right?
Absolutely. And it just boils down to communication.
Yeah.
Right? If you just leave them wondering and don't answer, they're wondering, where are you? Why are you not getting back? Because their question to them is the most important thing. But if you've clearly communicated that to them, then they know, okay, she'll get back to me in the morning.
Yeah. And like you said earlier, we have to remember, see, my joke used to be at Success Series that every agent should have to move every 2 years so your empathy factor is high. Remember what it was like when you moved and bought and sold? All of a sudden you become, like I coach agents and all of a sudden they're putting their home on the market. I go, oh, you're becoming a typical seller. You want too much. You're being unrealistic. Okay, you're getting all emotional about it, but it's tough. We have to remember that this is a big deal. People aren't moving like they used to move. They move a little less now. It's a little less inventory. It's a little different today, especially with the interest rates being up a little bit. I mean, people just move a little less, and they forget what it's like, and we forget as agents that it is a big deal. It's nerve-wracking. They don't do this all the time. We have to be empathetic and patient.
Yeah.
Right. Great point.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have to take care of ourselves in order to do that for them, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think it's great. I think with our brand and with this market and what's going on, the great thing about Berkshire Hathaway is no matter what happens, we're a solid company, and I think that's really good, especially in a market that's changing so much right now.
Yeah, completely agree. Yeah, we have such fantastic support at all levels in this company. As you know, I've been here 3 months now, and I'm just really blown away by the professionals that support me, that support you, that support us, and that therefore we can support our agents. Yeah. So it's truly an honor and a blessing to work for this company and with such a fantastic group of professionals.
Well, we really enjoy having you two here. You fit right in. You're like, when you said 3 months, I was like, what? It seems like you've been here a little longer than that. And you've already been to one of the national conventions. What did you think of that, by the way?
Oh my gosh, it was kind of mind blowing. Yeah, it was huge. I only wish that they, maybe the classes had been like 10 minutes shorter so I could fit a couple more in each day, or the whole convention had been longer because I couldn't get to everything I wanted to get to. But it was really awesome.
Yeah, I think they should be 30 minutes and they should double them up because that way you can see twice as many. Because if you can't say it in 30 minutes, I mean, everything, you're not taking any more than 30 minutes of notes. I know exactly what you're talking about. They could shrink that down to like 30.
Yeah, or even 45 minutes. 45 minutes. 30 to 45 minutes. Yeah, they could fit more in. But anyway, it was great.
Even if you could do it one or two more times, it would be worth it because they're good. Now, the speakers in the morning were incredible. The magician.
They were phenomenal. Both of them.
Yeah, both of them were incredible, and so many people.
Yeah.
The Tuesday guy. What was his name? Something Brown, right? He was Kevin Brown. Thank you.
Yeah. I sat there thinking, wow, these are the two people that our executives of this company have chosen to bring here to speak to all of us, and that to me spoke volumes about the values of our company. Because it wasn't sale. It was life. It was balance. It was people and connection. And both of them had such great stories and such great delivery. And it just was very moving, actually, both of them. So I was really appreciative that those are the two that they chose to share with us.
And I appreciate that too. I agree with you 100%. I think Gino's incredible, smart guy.
Yeah.
We got a really good system going. And even the entertainment, like the way they sing the awards and all that stuff, some really talented people. It's pretty cool the way they put it together.
Yeah, it was. It was very impactful.
Yep. All right, Kristin Makhathini, once again, welcome to the company. You've been here a while now, 90 days, right? Right? Yep. Welcome to the company. Thank you very much for taking your time out today. All right, bye, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Talk to you soon. Have a fantastic day.
You too. Thank you.